Hello, this is Lasagna with the Goddess Key. On this week's podcast episode, I'm going to be discussing how to strengthen your intuition. So please stay tuned. Hi, this is Lasagna with the Goddess Key. Thank you so much for joining me. And as I stated in the opening, I am going to discuss strengthening your spiritual intuition. Oftentimes, we may meditate or we may be in prayer and really not fully understand the messages that we're receiving. If it's coming from the divine, if it's coming from our ancestors, or is it just our own personal thought? And sometimes our own personal thoughts can lead us in different directions other than what spirit or the ancestors or the creator, God, or wherever you want to call it, wants us to go. So about a few weeks ago, I was listening to some music. I was listening to Jazmine Sullivan, Bust Your Window Out Your Car. And I started to deeply listen to the music, not necessarily listening to the top layers of the music, but really taking a step back and listening to all of the instrumentals and the vocals, the things that you not necessarily would tune into if you're just listening to the music. And what I come to see and what was revealed to me, and we already pretty much know this as well, that the universe, even in the physical and in the spiritual, everything is built on layers. Our ecosystem, the earth, has multi-layers, the ground and all of that particular, everything has layers. Also, our atmosphere has layers. So when we are with our everyday actions, there's a lot of noise that is around us, and that's why it's always good to meditate or to be in prayer. And what I see is that when you receive those intuitions or those messages at special moments, they're going to be very, very low in the background from what the noise, and it will be in your voice. It's not going to be in somebody else's voice. It's going to be your voice. So to practice and to become more stronger and to feel comfortable in the information that you're receiving, is that you want to take a piece of music like Jazmine Sullivan, that particular song, or This Masquerade by George Benson, or some music from the 70s or 80s that has multi-layers, a lot of instrumentals. So you can pick out an instrument or pick out melody from either the instrument or vocals and focus on that particular instrument or that particular harmony, and whatever else is going on within the music, not the top parts where everyone is singing and you can hear all the drum beats or the pianos, but you want to listen to those subtle pieces of instrument or vocals that's in the back that you would not necessarily hear just listening to the song. And you want to listen to that all the way through the song. Constantly just listen to maybe it's like a little chimes that's in the background. Focus on the chimes in the background. And then you can start to see, well, the vocals and the singing, that's the noise. And the chimes in the background, those the subtle little messages. And that's the same way that you receive information. It's going to be those subtle little chimes of information that's going to come to you. And it's going to come very quickly. And this has helped me through my journey because I've done a lot of reading, and I just asked because I didn't know, like, what I'm thinking, is this correct? Is it really from the creator, or if it's something within my own self or ego? So I wanted to have clarity between my own personal thoughts and the messages that I'm receiving from the creator. And this has helped me tremendously. So, because we listen to family and friends and we're on the go about, there's so much that's coming to us on a daily basis. And a lot of times we just feel unsure. So this is a good exercise to do to help you strengthen your intuition, because with intuition is one of the keystones for femininity. Yes, men have intuition as well, but it's more so within a feminine energy or within womanhood. And in ancient societies and with our ancestors, it was, you would always go to the mother, the woman, to receive consultation, to have a talk, to make sure that what you were doing was, good for the society. They value the wisdom from the woman, as well from the man too. But I know within from what I've studied in Kemetic science, that everything was taken to the female for validation, and that's because the woman is looked as having more of a divine connection with intuition than a man. So I hope that this helps and you understand, because sometimes the information that I receive can be a little hard for me to convey to others, because I feel like, it's what's coming to me and I understand, but sometimes it's hard to explain it to someone else. So if you have any additional questions, you want to speak with me, you can always send me an email to divinegoddess@thegoddesskey.com. You can also send me a Facebook message, which is the Goddess Key 333, and on Instagram, the Goddess Key 333. And also, please visit my website, which is thegoddesskey.com, for any spiritual supplies. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Peace and blessings.